you even get this A-grade cocoa?
From the farmer's market.
No.
Yeah. Have a guy. He's good. Next to my egg lady. What are you even mixing this one?
Just some exhibitionist 3,000 and Cobra 5.1?
I mean, I don't know what any of those things are, but if I have a coronary on the dance floor, I'm like,
Steel, baby. Hearts of steel.
oh. I don't feel good. How do I look?
Hey girls! What happened to you?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Oh, you're still doing this? I don't go out anymore. I prefer to be served. Have them come over, do my dishes. And I spank them all night and send them on their way.
Ooh, you're still in a dominant role.
Yeah. Can I try this? Yeah, of course, darlings. You know, the age play works because they're so much younger. I don't have time for dead old bores with their sexes, ages, slut-shaming issues. You're with them for 2 weeks, and they're already obsessing over your online profile and what you're wearing. Just last week... this guy. He's bright as head in the left-wing scene. All the women are throwing themselves at him. We met at this refugee concert.
Wait, Bernard, isn't that really young writer? He's a lot younger.
Anyway, so we have this ecstatic night of bliss. Yeah, pay a price though. Wiped out for days. But anyway, it's better than being stuck in a conventional relationship.
Well, how unconventional are your relationship?
Bernard is just 1 out of 4 guys that I'm seeing. You know, at my age, relationships are a cage. I just want the intense moments. I mean, don't get me wrong, no one-night stands. I mean, they're all dependable guys. And these guys want to have a woman my age. They want a woman of my experience. They want to have that experience. Because I'm not of childbearing age, they think that I don't expect more of them. So it works out for both.
Wait, 4? You're juggling 4 guys? It took us 2 weeks to set up this night.
Yeah, I know, girls. When I was your age, I was a single working mother, taking care of my daughter. In my 40s, I thought no one would ever look at me again. It was sad. Until this young guy came along and he kind of chatted me up on Facebook, and he opened up this whole world for me. And now I have all this free time, so yeah.
Okay, so what you're saying is Bernard wants more, he wants to move in, you're not interested.
Of course not. You know, wherever there's exclusivity, there's also jealousy. And that's precisely why I prefer these multiple encounters with the young puppies. They want someone who's not emotionally needy. Although I am, but I'm not telling them.
But aren't you trying to protect yourself from getting hurt then?
No, I'm just being realistic. You know, if I was in the conventional thing, I would know that in 10 years they'd leave me for a much younger woman. All my friends, you know, in their 40s, in their 50s, they're either married to Mr. Wrong, the boring sex life, lots of jealousy issues, or if they're on their own, they're waiting for Mr. Right, or they've given up. No, I'm not having any of this. They think that I have this exciting, fun life. What they don't know is I too am sometimes lonely and sad. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, this guy is sexting me again. He wants me to finger his ass and enter him. Oh, well. Okay, I gotta go. So remember, girls, there's always your 60s. Ta-da!
Did you sleep out here?
Yes.
Oh, I can't believe I have to give a lecture in 2 hours.
I thought your lecture was on Wednesday.
It isn't Wednesday?
It's Monday.
Tell you these come downs in your 50s, it feels like a time warp.
I know. That's why I slept outside. I wanted to keep track of time.
You know that thing Bettina said to you last night? Well, Ty asked you to move in with him like just 2 weeks ago. You turned him down.
Yeah, because I'm mad skeptical of long-term relationships or living together for long periods of time. I mean, Ty's my age and he's not possessive like the guys Bettina goes out with, but it doesn't mean that can't happen.
That's exactly why I left that psycho husband of mine.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason Ty and I have been together for so long is the fluidity of the thing, so I don't want to do anything to jeopardize that.
Yeah. You know, the idea of like a relationship without ample space is just unthinkable to me. I don't want him in my face every day. I just stuck in me like some overly soaked tampon. No, I mean, and sometimes I just want to kick them out in the middle of the night. Like, just go home. Enough. I'm not your mommy.
And then complain if they're clingy.
Why do men believe that women don't need breathing space too? I'm so tired of these socially constructed ideas of feminine neediness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for me, marriage or living together with someone long term is asking me to feel the same way about the relationship for an extended period of time. And I don't know if I can do it.
But that's what divorce is for.
It's a legal and economic mess. If anything, you're left with the figurative ghost of his dick, the literal ghost of his dick that you have to carry around. That little piece of paper proving you're not married to him anymore. Thank you.
You know, Betty said marriage only benefits men. It's so true. I mean, there's only 2 things I'm absolutely certain of. Death and my skepticism of these social contracts. Do you think it really gets better in our 60s? This aging, not knowing, and feeling betrayed by our ever-feeble bodies?
I don't know. I just remember being in my 30s and dating older guys in their 50s, and I had a lot of sexual power in those relationships, so I didn't worry or feel insecure. And then listening to them talk about past relationships with women their own age, it just made me really fear for the future and the shifting dynamics. You know, it wasn't until my late 30s that I really understood the power of self-acceptance, self-love, self-knowledge.
You know, I feel like it takes us decades to figure that out. And once the mind has finally caught up with this truth, your body is just fucked off from this body, right? I mean, now I'm suddenly thinking my knees don't support me the way they used to anymore. And in sex, it's like some kind of fucking back-breaking Pilates session I haven't signed up for. And with younger men, it's like a whole other kind of nightmare.
Oh. So is that how things are going with Junge Tour, young Viking?
No, it's good with him. Yeah, he's curious and culturally exposed. This is what I appreciate about him. I don't have to feed him like some kind of starved parasite. I just sit there, educate him, and he's tender. You know, the other day we had this argument, and he was actually genuinely fearing that I would leave him, like I would just walk out and never see him again.
Yeah, and I feel like with an older man, he might try to mask his fear of loss by putting up these defenses or trivializing your reaction.
Exactly. Older men are so emotionally defunct.
You know, maybe we just have to Sam Taylor Wood it, you know? Just focus on our careers and then just attract that handsome, supportive child rearing.
Oh, you mean that candy-sucking cheerleader?
No, that's not what I mean.
I think you do. You know, dreams of feminine success, they're either packaged in these iron-fisted warlordesses or, I don't know, some eco-friendly Venus of Willendorf figures. I mean, for women like us, we need alternative narratives to feed our desires.
Yeah. And what are our desires?
I don't know. Just not these externalized notions of power that define us. And maybe not being defined by power at all.
Yeah, this is why the language of empowerment never spoke to me. It sort of just seems like wresting something from someone, and I don't want to feel hostage to tools of oppression to wield against someone or something else.
Exactly.
I just want the ability to feel like a connected and aging human body.
Yes. Is it because we're not reveling in this false power that we don't feel secure? I mean, because we know how fleeting relationships are. I mean, they're not sustainable. We truly believe this. And so we're not seeking an anchor in there. Maybe what we're searching for is some kind of sublime energy to power through this. Maybe conserving this energy and not feeding it to some parasites is what helps women diffuse power structures.
Or reorganize them.
Yeah.
Hey lady, take your break out of my house.